Before I introduce it any further, would love you to look at that and ask yourself or remind yourself, what piece does this remind you of? And this is the Augusta Prima Porta piece. It's number 43. Sorry, I didn't write that number down. This is number 43. And hopefully, when I asked you what it reminded you of, you thought of Polyclitus's Doryphorus, which is the spear bearer, which is the canon of idealized human form. And it is classic Greek, this guy right here. And so Augustus of Prima Porta is really mimicking that. More form about the Augustus, it is marble, and it was initially bronze, but bronze is something that you can melt down and use to do something else. And marble, you don't. There were a lot of marble statues like this uh, placed throughout the empire. I'll show you more of that in a minute. At any rate, the marble survives, bronze doesn't. And covered the Doryphorus. The form, he's wearing armor. And we see that in his breastplate, which we're going to go through in class. But he's also doing something else. He's in the stance of an orator. That right arm up in the air, he is trying to appeal to people. This is kind of like a propaganda piece, by the way. And he's appealing to Roman populace with that orator stance. And then he is standing in the contrapposto pose. He's got some movement. All the weight that he's got is hanging out on this right leg. And so he's contrapposto. And he has a cupid hanging off of him. Okay, more about form. The original was likely painted, and as I said, there were probably multiple of these statues placed throughout the empire, and just painted and all dolled up in lots of different colors like this, which clearly makes it much easier to see. We're kind of used to this marble view, but this was what was done back in the day. Kind of cool, I think. And in terms of content, we see a change in Roman art right here. The veritism of the head of the Roman patrician has been dropped away, and Augustus of Prima Porta is, I should just say Augustus, because Prima Porta is not his real name, but Augustus, Caesar Augustus, adopted the earlier Greek notion of having the perfect form, having a young, youthful looking visage, and having a very strong body, like he could conquer anything. So he is a leader that is like a god who's going to last forever, rather than a person who is showing his wrinkles. Okay, in content, already kind of mentioned this. He's an idealized leader in perfect form. He is an orator, and where that content comes in is that in the Roman Senate, if you wanted to help, uh, push ideas forward, you had to be a great speaker, and Roman leaders were prized for that ability to debate and to sway the public opinion. And so not only is he saying, I'm a hero and I'm just so perfect, and look at all my military regalia I got going on here. He's also saying, but at the same time, I can do some talking. I'm a brilliant guy. And then in terms of content, he is barefoot. Remember our Nike adjusting her sandal, or perhaps some people think taking it off. And do you remember King Narmer without his sandals? He had a little sandal bearer. Kind of that barefoot connected with the soil says, I'm really close to that whole godlike status. And then again, he is being tugged at by a Cupid. And the content here is that the Cupid is Venus's child. And Augustus, Caesar Augustus, is saying, I'm actually a descendant of Venus. And so Cupid is my relation. Context for Caesar Augustus here is that he is the first single emperor of the Roman Empire, of Imperial Rome. His uncle by adoption was, who's the first Caesar? Julius Caesar. And Julius Caesar ruled in a triumvirate with Mark Antony and Leviticus. Oh my goodness. No. Oh, crumb. Damn, I'm losing that. Augustus, though, was the first emperor of Rome. He kind of set the stage like George Washington did for the United States. And he expanded the empire. You can see right here, this light green is what he added on. He took over the Roman Empire when it was this yellow and added all this light green on. So he's definitely a military guy. And then the question that we have about his rule is, was he good because he consolidated the Roman Empire, or was he bad because he pretty much got rid of the Republic?